Well, here we are again. Got another another afternoon to do some detecting in, and what an absolutely beautiful day. You know, it's absolute perfect temperature. Nice and warm, not too hot, and over there is the railway, and I reckon there used to be an old station here. You know, how big it was or whether there was ever much activity here, I don't know, but anyway, we're going to have a look around, see what we can find. What a beautiful day, and got some nice big old trees around, so we'll have to have a look under those. But anyway, let's see what we can find today. I'll see you on the first hole, if it's not a complete piece of rubbish. Well, I started under these two big old trees here, which is a good starting point. Always good to look under trees. And you know, there is old bottle under here, so anyway, down here had a pretty high numbers, but a bit jittery. And look at that. That is a pretty solid, heavy old cap gun. Pretty sure it's a cap gun, not a real one. Anyway, can't see a maker's name on that right away, but that would have been a pretty big gun. Don't know how I can put it next to give you a bit of a size reference, but there's me coil, you know, what's that, 6 inches? And yeah, the barrel would have been along there, but anyway, it's a nice big one, that one. So that's our first little find, and I think I'll put that straight over near the car rather than carry it around all day. So that's a good start. There's our next little find, quite shiny. Saw that coming up, wondered what it was. That's a valve cap, and well, it's been squashed. Made in USA, Schrader, I think the brand is. So anyway, that gives the place a bit of an age, you know. I think they're on the old A model Fords and that. But anyway, that one's still got a nice shine to it. So anyway, good signal. 23, just, well, a little way down, not too far. And we've got that, which is a funny little brass fitting. Thought it was a tap coming up at first, but that's a funny little one. Never come across one like that before. Sort of a 3-way fitting. Got a bigger thread in there, and then the 2 little ones. So anyway, that's a quaint little piece, and solid brass. Now there's our 2 big old box trees. Lovely old trees, those ones. And got a gateway here. Of course, that's private property in there, so I'm not going in there, but on the driveway here, see some old bricks, and there's glass, and you know, the station was over there, so they may have been building here, or this was a yard or something. But anyway, I thought I'd have a swing here while I'm over here. And there's a 23 here, and we've got it just here somewhere there. And I don't know if you can see a bit of a green round looking thing appearing. What would that be? I think we've got our first coin. What have we got there? George V, so that'll be a Commonwealth one, and 1936. Look at that, first coin of the day. and she's not in the worst shape I've seen. She's not too bad actually. So it's our first coin. Let's see if there's anything else lurking beneath the dirt here. Now just down here, over there is where I got that halfpenny. I got this far and we've got a nice $22.23 sort of number. It's only one bar down. Sounds beautiful, but it may just be a bit of brass fitting or something yet. But we're gonna see. Where's it gone? I think she's still in her hole, or something is. Yep, she's still in there, so I have to go this way a bit more and see what we've got. Should have got it, and it's looking too big for a coin. I think we've got ourselves a watch case. Having trouble seeing through the phone with the sun here in the eyes. Oh yeah, that one has actually got something written there. So I'll have to see if I can read that. In fact, why not? I'll give it a quick clean and see if I can see what it says there. So I'll be back in a tick. That's cool. The flies here are taking a liking to me. They're biting horrid things. It's not often they bite, but these ones are. That is, and I haven't had a great lot of success trying to read that. Take my sunglasses off so I can see a bit better. Jolly biting flies. Can be covered in bites. Don't know what you can see there. It's a bit hard. I'll have to try and get some better photos, but it's got a heap of symbols around there. That's better. And then get off fly. Can make out precision, and I think it might be French or something. So I know it's a French watch or something. Literally only moved 2 steps. That's where I got the fob watch case, and 1920 here. And sorry about the shade, but it makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing. I've got a big old brass, well, tensioner buckle thing. Still actually got the leather in it, or the material in it. It's just flaking away there. So anyway, might have even been an army one. Don't know if it's khaki material. Khaki. Well, I still had a signal down here and checked the hole again, and we've got the end off the belt there as well. Came up at about a 20-21. But anyway, I've not found one of those before. But that's the brass tip off the belt. So, don't know if there's any more of it down here, but we'll see. Well, I still haven't moved far. That is where I got the 2 bits of the belt. Moved this far, got a 16 and a few higher numbers. And we have got that. Now that looks pretty cool. Is that a little old little glass or something? That is absolutely cool as anything. And she's got writing around there. You can see official something. So, got to give that one a clean up. That's a jolly cool little find. Unusual. Tiny little cup. Don't know what it's made out of, but maybe silver plated. Stokes and Sons. They made buttons. That is absolutely brilliant find. Anyway, I've got to clean it up and we'll be back. What a little beauty that is. I'd nearly say that's an egg cup. Just looking at that rounded base there, looks like for an egg. On that side we've got those initials there, which I think are CVA, so I'm not sure what that would stand for. No idea really, but along the bottom there it says official measure. So does that rule out the egg theory? Why would you need to have an official measure for an egg cup? I don't know. So maybe it's some sort of measuring cup and that's the official measure. So that's rather unusual find and an absolute little beauty. And underneath we've got Boomerang Plate, Stokes and Sons Proprietary Limited, Melbourne. Boomerang Plate. So that is a awesome little find. Couldn't believe it when that popped up. Now I've done a bit of research on this item, and from what I can work out, that is CVA, and it stands for Certified Victualler Association. Now a victualler is a like a landlord or the owner of a pub who is licensed to serve alcohol. And official measure, that is obviously to measure it out. So as far as I can work out, that's about, around 1940s era, and it is silver plated, and I think it was, I'm really only guessing, but during the war, when everything was rationed, and that was their little official measure of, well, I don't know, rum or alcohol of some sort. So that is a very interesting piece of history and an absolute doozy of a find. I'm really wrapped with that one. And if you know anything else about that or know more about it, I'd be happy to know, so drop a comment. Hopefully something will show up sooner or later. I think we've got something out here. What is that? That's not what we want to see. Actually, that is actually the face of a watch. Maybe even that one I found. It's obviously made of aluminium, but that would have numbers on it somewhere if they haven't worn off. But anyway, that's the face of the watch, or a watch, and this hole in the middle where the hands would have, the spindle with the hands on it would have stuck through. Anyway, you do find those occasionally. Have we got it? Yes, we have. Look at that. Look at. Can't see myself. Look at that. We have got a 1943 halfpenny. There we go. What a little ripper that one is. Pretty common date, 1943. So there we have George VI on that one. And I think it was just there I found the other halfpenny. So they weren't far away. That was just on the edge of my swing, and then I'm coming back the other way, and again it's on the edge of my swing. Well, sort of on the edge. So they weren't far apart. Nice little signal down here, and we pulled out that, which is a lipstick tube, I'd say, and a bit of a more modern sort of one than the sort I usually find. So I'm thinking that's probably 50s, maybe 60s, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to hold this phone between my knees here. I reckon I can nearly get this to open if I give it a twist. What colour was it? Scarlet red? Looks like a pinky colour. Anyway, you can smell it. It's still got its powerful odour. So anyway, an old lipstick tube. That was a thumping big number. Still not sure what it is. Something. But it's got a funny little bit of curly brass there, which I don't quite know what it was for. Anyway, bit of a mystery, that one. So anyway, some bit of brass that obviously had a purpose, but I don't quite know what. Well, there's quite a lot of rubbish scattered around through here, so just trying to work out where the actual buildings would have been here. But you know, jittery high notes here, bit of old plate, and that looks like a toy trailer or something. Yeah, it's a pretty big one too. And see if we can get the dirt out of it. There we go. Old tipper trailer. She's had something melted on there. So I don't know what date you'd put on that, but it's not old. It's probably 60s or even 70s, possibly. So now I've got to find the tractor that pulled it. Anyway, old dinky toys. Had a good little signal down here, and bottle cap. I do have a note that those what is it? Devos, D-E-V-O-E-S. They were a snuff bottle, like a jar of snuff. So, you know, the old powder they used to snort up their snout. So anyway, I do know what that's off. An old snuff jar. So anyway, and one other thing I did find, which is pity it's broken, but look at that. It's a nice old bottle. It's got the emu on that side and the kangaroo that side, and a bit of a coat of arms thing. Trademark Bendigo. So it's got the old pinched glass. Well, back in the shade, I did wander around up there, and I did see the spot with all these bricks and that here, but I thought, oh well, I'll leave that for later. It's an obvious place where there's been a building, and I'll look up there first. Anyway, come back down here. Oh gee, my bag's getting heavy. So many scraps of brass and stuff. So anyway, concrete and bricks and a bit of the old thin wire netting, I'm assuming they're along the underside of the building to stop things getting underneath it. Anyway, wandering around and looking around under these trees, and I saw it before I even detected it. I thought, can that be? Surely not. And I bent down and had a closer look, and I think it is. A little threepence just sitting on top there. It's obviously been, washed up from under the leaves. But, see if we can see who's on that. I think that's George the 5th there, so I'll have to give that a clean because the date's on the dirty side, and we'll see what we've got. Well, she's a bit stained with sap, I think, being under this tree, but we can see there 1935, and that'll clean up nicely, I think. So old George the 6th there, 5th there. So that is our first silver, and it's taken a while to come, but still got a little bit of time, so see if there's anything else around. There's where I got the little threepence. So I'm sort of doing around these trees and had a nice 29.30. Digging around here, big old root there. What is that? I think I've got a penny. Well, I know we've got a penny. So I'll give it a clean up, but I reckon that might be a rue one coming in at those numbers, so we'll see how we go. And there we go. 1953 rue penny, and that will be Queen Elizabeth. So there she is. Not a bad looking coin. Anyway, there's two just under these trees. Is there any more? 22 here, and not a coin, it's a little buckle. So that'd have to be brass coming in at those numbers. That's a little nice one. Little cute one. And there is a there is a fair bit of rubbish around this area. Old tubes and cans and scraps. Well, sort of everywhere I've been around here there's been a fair bit of rubbish, to tell the truth. But anyway, the Equinox is chewing through it and we're getting some good targets, so we can't complain. I'm going to run out of time too quickly today, but we'll see how we go, see if we can find anything else. I haven't even been over to where I reckon the railway platform used to be, so, but anyway, you can't cover too much ground all at once, so we may have to come back one day. I mentioned before the threepence probably had sap stains on it, that's why it didn't clean up that well. And look at those big blobs of sap. Massive big chunks of it. Another one there. Red sap. And oops, drop my shovel again. There we have some more up there. So shedding the old sap, that tree is.